Hello everyone, welcome to KK Human Anatomy and Physiology videos, a platform where you will get interesting facts about human anatomy and physiology. In order to study brain, it is divided into three parts. These three parts are forebrain, midbrain and hindbrain. If you haven't watched the first three parts of this lecture series, then I strongly recommend you to watch those three parts before starting with this fourth part. You will get the previous three parts in top I button as well as in the description below. In this fourth part, we are going to discuss about hindbrain, that is the rhombencephalon. Hindbrain consists of Metencephalon and Myelencephalon. Metencephalon includes cerebellum and Pons Varolli, whereas Myelencephalon includes Medulla Oblongata. In this image, you can see the location of each of these three parts: cerebellum, Pons, and the Medulla Oblongata. Now let's talk about more in detail anatomy and physiology of each of these three parts. Let's start with cerebellum. Cerebellum is the second largest part of brain and largest part of hindbrain. Which is the largest part of brain? It is cerebrum. We have discussed cerebrum in part 2 of this lecture series. Here in this image you can see the exact location of cerebellum. It is found in the back portion of the skull, below the temporal and occipital lobes and behind the brainstem. It is found beneath the hemispheres of the cerebral cortex. It is consist of two lateral hemispheres, left hemisphere and right hemisphere, and a central vermis. It is composed of grey matter which is located on the surface of the cerebellum. It is tightly folded forming the cerebellar cortex, and white matter which is located underneath the cerebellar cortex. The cerebellum can be divided into three main parts: cerebrocerebellum, vestibular cerebellum, and spinocerebellum. Largest subdivision in humans is cerebrocerebellum. The cerebrocerebellum is concerned with the regulation of highly skilled movements, especially the planning and execution of complex spatial and temporal sequences of movement, including speech. The phylogenetically oldest part of the cerebellum is the vestibulocerebellum. As its name suggests, the vestibulocerebellum receives input from the vestibular nuclei in the brainstem and is primarily concerned with regulation of movements, underlying posture and equilibrium. The last of the major subdivision is spinocerebellum. It is the only part that receives input directly from the spinal cord. The lateral part of the spinocerebellum is primarily concerned with movements of distal muscles such as the relatively gross movements of the limbs in walking. Let's have a look on deep internal structure of cerebellum. As we have seen, it consists of two lateral hemispheres and a central vermis. The central part, called the vermis, is primarily concerned with movement of proximal muscles and also regulates eye movements. There are three anatomical lobes that can be distinguished in the cerebellum: the anterior lobe, the posterior lobe, and the flocculonodular lobe. These lobes are divided by two fissures, the primary fissure and posterolateral fissure. Here you can see flocculus. It is involved in motor control. This flocculus is associated with nodulus of the vermis. Together these two structures compose the vestibular part of the cerebellum. At its base, the flocculus receives input from the inner ear's vestibular system and regulates balance. Over 30 million neurons lie in cerebellar cortex. Three pairs of myelinated nerve bundles connects cerebellum to the other parts of central nervous system. Cerebellum is an important center which maintains equilibrium of the body, posture, balancing orientation, moderation of voluntary movements, maintenance of muscle tone. It is regulatory center for neuromuscular activities and controls activities like walking, running, speaking, etc. Now let's talk about another part of hindbrain, that is Pons Varolli. The Pons Varolli appears as a rounded bulge on the underside of brainstem. The pons in humans measures about 2.5 centimeters in length. It is situated between midbrain and medulla oblongata. It contains crossband of nerve fibers connecting cerebrum, cerebellar lobes, medulla oblongata, and spinal cord. It also contains several nuclei. The superior pontine sulcus separates the pons from the midbrain. A separating groove between the pons and the medulla is the inferior pontine sulcus. A number of cranial nerve nuclei are present in the pons. When we talk about the functions of Pons Varolli, then Pons helps in the transferring of nervous system messages between various parts of the brain and the spinal cord. The primary function of Pons Varolli is to regulate breathing, sleeping. The pons contains nuclei that relay signals from the forebrain to the cerebellum, along with nuclei that deal primarily with sleep, respiration, swallowing, bladder control, hearing, equilibrium, taste, eye movement, facial expressions, facial sensation, and posture. Moving towards the third part of hindbrain, that is medulla oblongata. Medulla oblongata is the posterior conical part of the brain and continues as spinal cord. It has inner grey matter and outer white matter. It is only about 3 cm long, but the medulla is an indispensable nerve tract which control involuntary vital functions like heartbeat, respiration, vasomotor activities, and peristalsis. It also controls non-vital reflex activities like coughing, sneezing, swallowing, vomiting, yawning, etc. The cavity of medulla is called fourth ventricle or metacell. Its roof has posterior choroid plexus for secretion of CSF. The posterior choroid plexus also shows three openings, a pair of lateral foramen of Luschka and a median foramen of Magendie. Four cranial nerves stem from this region. The glossopharyngeal nerve coordinates some taste sensation and mouth movements. The vagus nerve controls mouth movements, voice, and the gag reflex. The accessory nerve coordinates head and neck movements, and the hypoglossal nerve controls tongue movements and muscles involved in our speech. Hope you understood well. If you like this video, then subscribe to my channel and press the bell icon. Do like, comment and share this video. For more updates, join the forum and group, visit my Facebook page. I have provided the link in description below. Have a happy learning.